We've just finished talking about the first 4 laws of the universe. That's very important information that you have. And now it's time to talk about what you can do with that information. The first thing that I'm going to give you is that I have made charts that show all 9 laws. And it's a file link underneath this video. You'll find the printouts that you can print out these charts and make your own charts. And the first page shows the first 4 laws of the universe, and then the next page is the next 5. It's okay if you already see these before you watch the video. It's not a big deal. Print these out, maybe glue them onto a piece of colored paper. You know, you can laminate them if you want to, but you don't have to. Mom or Dad might want to do that for you, or it doesn't matter. But have those. The next thing that I really suggest is that it's time to start a notebook. In Montessori, we have tons of subjects, but we kind of break our subjects down into 5 categories. We have math, we have language, we have practical life, we have sensorial, which is, you might not see, being that you're older, you probably won't get so much sensorial. That's for the younger kids, but not always. There's some really cool things you can still do. And then there's culture. I have to say that culture for your age is the most important subject. And my suggestion is that you start a notebook. Here's a notebook that I started. My cover says culture, because I'm going to put all of my culture in here. And culture includes all the sciences, social studies, geography, history, anything dealing with the universe, dealing with life and with the earth and with the universe, anything. It's everything that's not math or language or practical life. It's everything else. And what I did here is I wrote culture. And what I found is that these notebooks with my students, as they work through them over the year and over the years, we've discovered that they become very important and almost a treasure. You can almost think of it like making your own textbook. Instead of getting a textbook, you're making your own. Just imagine how much more you're going to remember doing that than if you just went and read a book and then took a test. This way it really shows what you've been studying. The first page of your culture notebook, I would leave a couple pages open and I would just write at the top, table of contents. And then just record when you make new pages or new subjects. Record the page and the name of that new subject that you're studying, that new topic. And at the bottom of the page, I would number all of the pages back and front. So I would skip laws and I would number 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, and I would keep going all the way to the end. That's always fun to do when you start a new notebook, is to number all the pages. And then you'll see that this first page I have here, I've started my work on the laws of the universe. I've made a title, and then I've copied down law number 1. And then I drew a picture of the glass jars with a solid, a liquid, and a gas. And then I copied law number 2, and I drew a picture of the glass jar with the peas in, so I could see remind myself what the particles look like in a solid. And then I did that for the liquid and the gas. And that's the way I've started here. And yes, I said copy because at your age especially, copying is a good way. It's really good for the brain because it teaches you how to read and write. So, of course I wouldn't take this and try to sell it because that wouldn't be right. But copying when you're young is a really wonderful way of learning things. Now, it doesn't have to be a notebook like this. You could also just use a regular spiral notebook. This is what I've used in the past for many students. And by the end of the year or 2 years, sometimes they filled it up completely with all of their culture, and then they've got this treasure that they keep, that they like to keep and to have. If you don't like the idea of starting a notebook, you could take a few pieces of paper. I've got a piece of colored paper and then some pieces of white print paper, just any paper. And I can fold these up and make a little book. And staple them together. I'll make a spine. And then this could be my Laws of the Universe book. I could write Laws of the Universe here, make a table of contents, and then each page could be one of the laws. States of matter, solids, liquids, gas, law number 5, law number 6, 7, 8, 9. And you can, if you like booklets, this is a good way to start your booklets. You could have a collection of culture booklets. Every little booklet is a new study. That could also work. Also, it might be kind of nice if you would set up maybe a little demonstration of the solids. You can get 3 jars, and in the first jar put a solid. In the second jar put a liquid. In the third jar put a gas. We know it's not empty now. There's a gas in here, air. And you can make your own little labels. Solid, liquid, gas. And this could be on your desk or on a shelf in your room for a while to remind yourself. Maybe once in a while you want to change what kind of solid, liquid, and gas you have in here. Maybe you want to put a piece of wood. Maybe you want to put some milk, but not for a long time. That's probably not the best idea because it'll start smelling. But you could put other types of, you could put soap in there, liquid soap. And gas, well, maybe you can get creative. I'm not quite sure what I would put in there other than air. Maybe you could figure something out. So that's another thing you can do. But what's most important is that you make a decision to do something, even if it is just to write down the information. Because, you know, this is yours to do with what you want. Just always remember, you belong to this universe. It's yours to experiment, to discover, and to understand. It's your home. Enjoy it. Thank you.